We'll continue third question, D part. F of x equal to modulus x minus 5. See, we proved one case when c is any number, any real number greater than 5. We proved that the function is continuous. Now we consider second case, c be any real number less than 5. Now we have to check the continuity at x equal to c. Here c is, remember that c represents generally a real number less than 5. So c stands for any real number less than 5. If it is continuous at x equal to c, we will conclude that the function is continuous for every real number less than 5. So we are going to check the continuity at x equal to c. Limit x tends to c, f of x equal to limit x tends to c, f of x. What is f of x when x tends to c? What is c here? C is a real number less than 5. So x tends to c means it will be tends to, understand the meaning tends to. That means x is very close to c. X tends to c means x is very near to c. And what is c? C is a number less than 5. So in that case, what is the value of the function? X less than 5. What is the value of the function? Minus of x minus 5. Now we have to apply the limit. To apply the limit, we substitute x equal to c. X tends to c. So in the place of x, we have to substitute c. So that is equal to minus of c minus 5. That is same as 5 minus c. 5 minus c. Now what is f of c? F of c, remember c is a number less than 5. When c is a number less than 5, what is f of c? Minus of c minus 5. That is 5 minus c. So we got limit x tends to c, f of x. So we get limit x tends to c, f of x equal to f of c. So we conclude that therefore f is continuous for every c, for every real number c, for every real number c which is less than 5. So we conclude that from this we understand that f is continuous for all real number c, for all real numbers c less than 5. So first we proved in the case 1, we proved it is continuous for every real number greater than 5. In case 2, we proved that the function is continuous for every real number less than 5. Two cases we proved. Now only we have to check the point x equal to 5. We considered all real numbers less than 5, all real numbers greater than 5. So what is remaining in the domain, in the set of real numbers? Only 5, x equal to 5 remaining. Now we are going to check the continuity at x equal to 5. That is case 3. So case 3, let c be the real number. Let c be equal to 5. Let c equal to 5. Then we are going to check the continuity at c equal to 5. That means x equal to 5. So we find limit. See, when we want to find limit x tends to 5, f of x and f of 5. These both we want to find and we have to check whether they are equal. That is what we want to prove. We have to find. So to find the limit, to find limit x tends to 5 f of x, we have to consider left hand limit and right hand limit, because x comes near to 5, x comes closer to 5 means x can be less than 5 or greater than 5. X come from left or right, x approaches 5. So that means we have to find left and right limits, because when x is less than 5, x less than 5 function is this one, x greater than 5 function is this one. Two values when x less than 5 and x greater than 5. That is why we are finding left and right limits at x equal to 5. So we find, to find this limit, we want to find left limit x tends to 5 minus f of x equal to limit x tends to 5 minus. What is f of x? X tends to 5 minus means what? X approaches 5. X comes very close to 5 from left. Left means x is less than 5. X comes very near to 5 but x is less than 5. When x is less than 5, what is f of x? Minus of x minus 5. That is 5 minus x. That is same as 5 minus x. X less than 5. This is 5 minus x. So now we want to find the limit. To find the limit, we can substitute x equal to 5. 5, this minus only means x less than 5. Doesn't mean that it is negative 5. So 5 only, we are going to substitute x equal to 5. So when we substitute x equal to 5, what we get? 5 minus 5, that is 0. Now we want to find right limit. Limit x tends to 5 plus f of x equal to limit x tends to 5 plus. What is f of x? When x tends to 5 plus means x approaches 5 from right. From right means x is greater than 5. When x is greater than 5, what is f of x? X minus 5. Now to evaluate the limit, we can put x equal to 5. In the place of x, we have to put x equal to 5. 5 minus 5, 0. So we got left limit and right limit both equal to 0. So that means limit x tends to 5 is 0. Now we want to find f of 5. F of 5 equal to, what is the value of the function when x equal to 5? That is the meaning. F of 5. Here x is equal to 5. But in these two cases, x is not equal to 5. That's the difference. Here x is equal to 5. When x is equal to 5, what is f of x? See, when x is greater than or equal to 5, x equal to 5, f of x equal to x minus 5. So x equal to 5 means 5 minus 5, 0. So when x equal to 5, f of 5 is 0. So we got left limit equal to right limit equal to f of 5. All these are 0. That means all are equal. So that means, therefore we can write, therefore limit x tends to 5, f of x equal to f of 5. F of 5. That means f is continuous at x equal to 5. So from this, that is the case 3. So we got limit x tends to 5, f of x equal to f of 5. Therefore f is continuous. Therefore f is continuous at x equal to 5. So we proved that we got that the function is continuous at all points of the domain, or it is continuous at every real number. First we consider C be any real number greater than 5. Next we consider C be any real number less than 5. Then next we consider C equal to 5. So for we checked everywhere and it is continuous. So if then after that last we can write, therefore f is continuous function. Now we'll see question number 4. Question number 4. Prove that the function f of x equal to x raised to n is continuous at x equal to n, where n is any positive integer. At x equal to n. We have to prove that, given question is prove that the function is continuous at x equal to n, where n is a positive integer. So to prove that function is continuous at x equal to n, what we have to do? We have to find limit. We have to find limit x tends to n f of x and f of n. We have to find these both, and if these are equal, we can say it is continuous. So what is limit x tends to n f of x? See, f of x has only one value, that is x raised to n. So only we want to find limit, no need of left and right limits. So limit x tends to n f of x equal to limit x tends to n. That means x is very near to n, come very close to n. Then what is f of x? F of x is x raised to n. It has only one value, x raised to n. Now to evaluate the limit, that is a method to substitute x equal to what? In the place of x we can substitute n. So we get n raised to n. Now that is the limit. Now what is f of n? Value of the function f of x when x equal to n. That means f of x equal to x raised to n. So what is f of n? N raised to n. F of n, x in the place of x, we have to write n raised to n. Both are equal. Therefore we can write limit x tends to n f of x equal to f of n. Therefore f is continuous at every real f at x equal to n, where n is a positive integer. So we prove. Now see question number 5. Is the function f defined by f of x equal to x if x is less than or equal to 1 and equal to 5? F of x equal to x if x less than or equal to 1 and equal to 5 if x is greater than 1. So when x is greater than 1, when this is the function defined, given function, that is f of x equal to x when x is less than or equal to 1 and equal to 5 when x is greater than 1. That is a function given. We have to prove that, we have to check is the function f defined by is continuous at x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2. So we have to check the continuity of the function at x equal to 3 points. We have to check. First we will consider x equal to 0. We have to check the continuity of the function at x equal to 0. What is the definition of continuity at a point at x equal to 0? What is the definition? Definition is limit x tends to c f of x equal to f of c. This is the continuity at the point x equal to c. Here we have to check the continuity at x equal to 0. So we want to find limit x tends to 0 f of x and f of 0. These both we want to find. See, this is the continuity at x equal to c. Here we want to check the continuity at x equal to 0. So in the place of c, we have to write 0. So limit x tends to 0 f of x and f of 0 we want to find. Now after writing this, we have to think whether we want to find left limit and right limit. Now we are finding the limit at x equal to 0. So what you have to think is when x is less than 0 and x greater than 0, we are going to check the continuity at x equal to 0. So when x is less than 0 and x greater than 0, if the function is different, then we have to find both left and right limits. Now see here, using the given function, x less than 1, this one. X greater than 1, this one. Here we want x equal to 0. So what about 0? When x is less than 0, for example, when x is less than 0 means minus, take a negative minus 0 point, some number you take, point number. And greater than 0 means 0 point something, very small number, very small, very near to 0, but greater than 0. So when x is greater than 0 or less than 0, when x is very near to 0, what is the value of the function? X less than 1 means for all real numbers less than 1, the value of the function is x. What is f of 0? 0 is less than 1. What is f of 0? 0. What is f of negative 1? F of negative 1, negative 1 is a number less than 1. So f of negative 1, negative 1. F of negative 2, negative 2, like that. For all numbers less than 1, less than or equal to 1, function has only one value. So it doesn't make any difference when x is less than 0 or greater than 0. Greater than 0 means it is very close to 0, remember that. X greater than 0 means x is not equal to 2. X is less than 1 only. X greater than 0 but very near to 0. 0.0001, like that, very near to 0. So all that numbers are less than 1. All that numbers which is just greater than 0 or less than 0 doesn't make any difference. They are less than 1. 1 is very, we know what is 1 and what is 0. How much difference is there? How many numbers are there between 0 and 1? So when we find limit x tends to 0 f of x, no need to find left and right limits. So directly we can find limit x tends to 0. What is f of x? When x tends to 0 means x is very near to 0. Near to 0 means less than 1. So f of x is x. So what is the limit when we substitute x equal to 0? 0. What is f of 0? When x is equal to 0. Equal to 0 means less than 1. So f of x equal to x. So f of 0 equal to 0. So both are 0. Therefore limit x tends to 0, f of x equal to f of 0. Therefore f is continuous at x equal to 0. So we got function is continuous at x equal to 0. We will continue in the next.